Hello there, Internet. Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to the Hermit Gamers playthrough, solo hardcore playthrough of X-Men Legends 2, a classic ARPG that is now abandonware. Pick it up, play it on your phone. It's ancient, but it's still good. A bit like me, although I'm not really still good. I kinda never was. Tragic, I know, or amusing self-depreciation. Anyway, let's get into the stream. Let's do the thing and take a look.
Let the games begin.
And here we are doing the thing. And here is our boy Scott. He's given us a butter smooth run. He's not the easiest character to solo through this game. Now remember, under normal circumstances, you'd have 4 people in your squad. That means if you lose one, it's not game over. Well, we're playing on hardcore anyway, so... But it also means you take 4 times less damage, you deal 4 times as much damage, and you have 4 times as many buffs, if you're into that kind of thing. Now when you play this game like that, it's pretty freaking easy. At least if you have any sense of how to min-max, and, you know, if you're into ARPGs when this game came out, you probably had some idea how to min-max. You were probably playing Diablo 2, things like that. Farm up a couple more extreme tokens, a little bit of money. Not that we really have anything to spend the money on. Maybe I'm just a teensy bit nervous about actually pushing into the dungeon, as it were. But I probably shouldn't be. Oh, they just do not respect the stun. That's fine, though. These shitty beetles, give me the old shitty beetle they used to say back at the pro shop. I think I've told this story many times on stream, but, you know, you can't talk about how they used to give me the old shitty beetle back at the pro shop without explaining what the fuck that means. Anyway. Wasn't really pro shop. What kind of was? It was attached to a driving range. And for legal reasons, the people they paid to pick up the balls in the driving range couldn't go off the driving range property to look for balls. Well, there was some places around, park or something like that. Anyway, whatever. Whoa, 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 hey, hey, hey. Calm down, calm down. Yeah, thank you. Don't destroy my trap. Go fuck yourselves. Yes. Yeah? Yeah. On your fucking bike, you Egyptian cunts. You fuck off back to fucking Cairo. I have nothing against the Egyptian people, by the way. Silly game.
I need more energy
Whoa,
for that.
why? Anyway, yeah, you can see I'm not taking this act like super seriously. I probably should, because it is the final act, and the enemies on this act just, you know, they do a decent chunk of damage. They're pretty tanky. Wait, what's going on? Anyway. As I say, no. So normally this game, you know, you got a lot more going for you, and it's actually fairly easy. But if you play this game solo, you'll find there's a lot of things that are actually quite dangerous. For example, these guys can just CC you, hard CC you. If a bunch of them start, you know, is he okay? Anyway, if a bunch of them start, you know, kind of just wailing on you, they can actually just chain CC you and wear you down. Kill you, or at least make you use, like, you know, 15 potions or something to escape. So, you know, we do play a little bit cautiously, but our whole gameplay, at least in this normal clearing area phase, revolves around this little trap. And the trap is what makes Cyclops kind of, I want to say viable. I will say viable. Jesus, rude. Yeah, viable. Alright, no reason to avoid the boss fight longer than I have to.
Hello, my dear friends.
Probably have to kill Hank.
How difficult it will come. Beast should be sinister. Well then, this won't take long.
A horrible place for them to put you, like, at the start of a boss fight. Anyway, So we have to hit these nullifiers to make Sinister vulnerable.
Soon enough.
Ooh. We don't want to be anywhere near the pits. So I think Beast can ledge you. I'm not 100%, but you know. Anyway, we're just gonna slam this a bunch of times, at least shove Beast back.
I'm invincible thanks to my mutant powers.
And give him the old badonk badonk again. And yeah, this is actually where Cyclops is like both somewhat weak but also quite fun to play because
mutant powers make me invincible.
You know, there are way better boss fighters in this game. But yeah, he can do this really annoying thing to you where he like makes you run away. You lose all control of your character. Alright, that thing's worn out or something. Alright, there we go.
The nullifier has cancelled my mutant powers, but it's only temporary.
I need more energy for that.
Ugh, leave me alone.
Don't you realize my mutant abilities make me invulnerable?
I'd need more energy for that.
I keep forgetting to eat a pot. Alright.
But it won't
Not too hard.
again.
Not too hard.
My friend.
Just kind of kiting around.
Yes. Aside, he had me. He's further.
But it teensy bit more stressful than when you can just kind of face tank them. But that boss fight certainly wasn't a worry. I am a little bit worried about the living monolith fight that is coming up. Bonk. Because that guy is absurdly tanky. Now, yeah, we just need to finish clearing this. We'll go straight in. It's fine. It's fine. So, these guys. Not too bad.
Target's down.
They can do a lot of CC up close like this. And those beams can do a surprising amount of damage. Yeah, so I think the game is like telling you like you can't really go down there. You kinda can, but we'll go this way. It's fine. That's right. I always get like masterfully baited by these jerks because they start off shooting at you, and so I just naturally think like, oh, okay, you know, they're ranged enemies. I just go in and like punch them to death if I'm close, and they're actually like way worse in combat. Like you're better off. Yeah, so there's like a trap here. Hold on. How do we avoid this? I don't know if those things can actually kill you, but I've seen them do a lot of damage.
Let's keep
Bring
moving.
that cloud of green shit on me. So yeah, those guys just get shot. There's an exit there.
Let's keep moving.
So the reason we use that crappy radial after putting the trap down, the duva, yeah, after putting the duva down, is if they do get off a melee attack, they can destroy the Duva. So, you know, if you just add a little bit more CC in, you're good. I'm too weak. Yeah, we'll have to bring someone who can shove that thing out of the way. But the statues love to freaking come to life. Alright, hold on. Yeah, we'll do this. But yeah, once again, as is often the case with, as has often been the case in this playthrough, you know, there's kind of like one or two things you're worried about in the act, and you have to kind of mentally map it out for yourself. Alright, where's a chunk? We need someone who can, yeah, there we go. He's a chunk.
Colossus. Stay focused, team.
I don't know, I just got like a huge like sort of head rush and like completely blanked on like everything I was just saying. In fact, like pretty much everything I've said since the start of the stream. I'm not even sure I'm entirely certain who I am anymore or where I am. Let's...
Yes.
Oh, that's right, yeah. I'm at home. I'm playing X-Men Legends 2. Streaming it for the wonderful people of the internet and the YouTubes
Yes.
and the TikToks and stuff like that. I assume they're all sort of interconnected. Now, Colossus, we just need to get him like nice and warm. Because he needs a nap. He needs rest. Desperately. And we are Colossus' good friend, so we are going to make sure that he gets his nap. If it seems like this takes way too long, well, our town portal is on a cooldown. So some of the things about this game where they clearly, like, you know, copied Diablo, but then, you know, made these, like, so sometimes it's like, you know, game designers copy success without trying to improve on it. And I love that these guys kind of put their own spin on some of this stuff. There's some really good examples of like just like little things they did. Like for example, making the portals not be a resource, but instead giving them like a very long cooldown, so you can't abuse the fact that you have an unlimited number of them. Pardon me, sorry. Bit of Pepsi there. Oh, that was pleasant. But yeah. Gotta love a good, just gulp of, you know, any fizzy thing, anything that's like fizzy and cold, sometimes just absolutely hits the spot. Yeah, so if we pick this up, we're gonna get bum rushed, but I think we can handle it.
I need more energy for that.
Oh.
Let's keep moving.
I say I think we can handle it. I did not even realize I didn't have an extreme token there, so I really could have died there. Thankfully, none of them were CC immune, So the trap just kind of hard carried me, as it often will when you play a Cyclops. The thing with these games is like, if this looks easy, that's because it is. Because games like this, uh, it's not really about mechanical challenge. It's about decision making. Didn't we just go in here? Yeah, we did. We did. Anyway, it's about decision making, and when you make the right decisions, or rather, when you make safe decisions, the game tends to look very easy, slow and easy. All right, how do we get this down? There must be another switch in this side of the arena. It's crazy. I did this act like literally just like the other day with
Let's keep moving.
so if you, with Colossus. Also, if you want to know why I just run like that, ranged enemies in this game are really freaking good at leading if you move in like any kind of like trajectory like that. So the ways to dodge them are either to run in one direction, watch for the animation, and then immediately change direction when they're when they've kind of released their shot. That's actually really freaking hard, especially if there's like multiple enemies on screen.
Who's next?
Yeah, especially if there's multiple enemies on screen all shooting at you. You got to watch every single one of them very intently, and then react to their animations. Wow, an easier way is to just do this. The AI, like, because you're kind of running in like a fast, tight circle, it's like it thinks you're going in this way, it thinks you're going this way, it can't decide. But either way, what it thinks the distance that you should have traveled is much greater than you will have traveled. So they tend to shoot like in arcs like this around you, like while you're just sort of going like that. So that's just like a really, really safe way to like mitigate a lot of range damage, is literally just like do that, shoot, do that, shoot. But like, this is what I mean when I say like this game is not, these games in general are not about like mechanical mechanical skill or anything. I would say that there can be a certain amount of finesse sometimes. Not that I really display it, but I've definitely seen ARPG players who do. People who like, you watch someone who, a really fast Diablo player, and just watch them like run through an area. Like some of the needles they thread are crazy. Oh, these bridges are getting on my tits.
So well. My target's down.
Alright, which ones haven't broken? I do undersell the music in this game, because I've often said like the only really good, memorable track in this game is the one from the Magi Temple. And yeah, enemies just can open doors now. I think that persists for like every enemy in the next difficulty. So, by the way, I'm not playing the game on easy mode. The game just has like a system much like the Nightmare in Hell system in, say, Diablo. So basically, you play through it on one difficulty and then you play through it again on another. In this game, particularly solo, there is not necessarily that much. It's true in a group as well. It depends on the group you bring and everything else. But there is not necessarily a real kind of difficulty spike between the two. Sometimes it's harder, depends on who you play. Sometimes it's easier. But basically, it should be easier if your builds are good. But obviously, if you're doing it solo, it's not really about... You know, your build is like... Oh, he freaking CC's me right at the end of the combo. Yeah, I just completely forgot the stun combo there for so long. Colossus is not actually part of our group. We used him to solve a puzzle and then we toddled him off to bed. That would be nice. I don't know that we're actually going to get to level 50 in this run, but... nice to have. Yeah, these stairs are like the worst thing because you can't, like, auto-targeting just sucks unless you're in the horizontal plane in this game. It's your classic, like, console to PC. Arrangement. Anyway, I don't need to go this way. I'll come back this way at some point, but for now, we don't need to be here. What I do need to do is, yeah, find my way into here. I should have known it would just be a destructible wall. And 50 max energy, more quality of life than power spike.
Let's keep moving.
How much do you want to bet they come to life? I did not know you could actually just get them stuck there. That's cool. Even though you can get them stuck there, it's still way more frustrating dealing with like variable elevations in this game in a fight. Oh, I should have booted Colossus out properly in the extraction point, but it's fine. But yeah, this is a solo playthrough. We just used him to solve a puzzle. It's solo and hardcore, by the way. But we're really having a pretty butter smooth run with Cyclops here, and I don't expect many difficulties. Cyclops may get way harder in the next difficulty level, whereas, oh, I'm out of energy, you're crazy. This guy just noms energy, he loves it.
Hi, what can I do for you?
What can you do me for? Alright, that's
Luckily,
good.
one size fits all.
So I am a little bit worried about the boss fight in this act, because it can be it can be a pretty tremendous like resource strain because it can go on for a long time if you don't have a lot of damage. Pardon. Just having some more of that Pepsi. Good stuff. Anyway, I drink like the sugar-free Pepsi, by the way. Like years and years back, I used to drink the, you know, I don't even know what you call it. These are like the sugar stuff, the full potency stuff. You know, the real stuff. Anyway, I used to drink the real stuff back in the day. I don't know. I never thought I would be able to switch. Okay. Alright, alright. Where the heck are we going now? Alright. It would be in here or something. No, it can't be in here. Alright. Oh, that's so rude. You two just
Sorry about that.
stop bothering us. Did I just maybe not pull that switch? Is that the problem here? Did it just not click in my like stone ahead that I need to walk up to the switch and like pull the switch? Well, only one way to find out. Like, I don't mind making gaffes when I'm streaming, but that's a little bit terrible. Not necessarily because like, oh no, I made a mistake, like whatever, you know. I'm playing this like old ass game that no one cares about except for me. No, so I did pull this lever. Okay. How do I get the bars to go? Okay, so that brings down one layer. I don't think it's through here. This is just like a doorway or something that you need to pull some quests and stuff to get open. A bunch of these things. Ah, more of them.
Nice try,
Put a stun on you. You guys can calm your tits. There may be a Daydream disc or something around here, but... Ah, there we go. Not that these really matter. I think I've done my like 100% completion run of this, and many years ago. Alright, so we've cleared through there. So then we came down here. And we had to open this sarcophagus, which didn't actually do anything, as far as I know. I'm super confused. This act can be a bit buggy. It's possible maybe one of the triggers didn't actually like go off. Difficult to say. Difficult to say. But yeah, something has definitely like Yeah, some trigger or something has just like not gone off, and this is either that or I'm just getting an absolute like brain fog about how to complete this, and it's a little bit worrying because I don't really want to do this part of it. Okay, it's as simple as that. All right. I don't know. And if you want to know why I like spam the bejesus out of that stun when I'm trying to run away from those guys rather than putting the trap down, is if someone melee attacks near the trap, odds that they destroy the trap are like, you know, 90% or something. So just don't worry about that. Like if you're getting chased by melee enemies and I don't know, you just don't have that ability on a hotkey or something, because you have to have it if you have the trap, so it's not like you couldn't have one without the other. But yeah, for whatever reason, if you just have to run and spam the trap, you should probably eventually be fine. Especially if you like gain enough space running, so you could have to run for like quite a while depending on how fast the enemies are. But yeah. Anyway, we're just kind of taking this. Nice and slow. Our damage on like the ads is really like falling off and getting a little bit tragic. Oh, I wanted to go back and just boot Colossus out of the team. Rare. Now, a really good item could go a long way to fixing our, you know, somewhat tepid damage. Yeah, I can't really go through this way as a squishy. Need a chonky boy. To chonk those blocks aside. But it's fine. We'll take the long way. And it's just a really good policy to like put the trap down or something when you run into a group. Rain is really coming down out there. It's like some ASMR. Like, you know, these are the sounds that you would like pay to hear if you had the choice. So I'm getting a little bit distracted by it because it's so nice to listen to. And yeah, we just found up a couple of extreme triggers. We're about to trigger a terrible trap. It's actually not that terrible a trap, but we're gonna trigger it all the same. Beep beep. Emilia. Oh, why are there so many of you?
Nice try, punk. Was that your best shot? More energy for that.
Oh, that's... That was such a like gross boss pack, because this guy had an ability that basically made him invincible as long as there were minions near him, and then just by nature of the type of enemy he was, he could resurrect his minions. So you had a very small window to burst that guy down. Like, these are things that you tend to not notice when you play this game normally, because like when there's 4 of you just like spamming powers, hammering away on stuff, things die so fast you don't like, you know, there are no like narrow DPS windows or anything. So you don't even notice stuff like that for the most part. Oh, that aura is just scary shit. We don't want to smoke. And this is one of the things when I say like these games are like, you know, if it looks easy, that was easy. Of course, but the thing is decision making, as I say, like, it's about you know, if you make the right decisions, things will look easy and non-stressful. And you've seen me make some like bad decisions, I think, already in this act. Like weird little bits of positioning, and then my movements kind of gotten a little bit like janky and weird because like I'm, you know, like, how did I get into this position? Why am I doing this? Like, where do I need to actually be? Marca. Ugh, the fact that we have to 3-shot them. Poor Scott. Damage is not his strong point. Oh, that's... Just try to keep the stun. Yeah, there.
Let's keep moving.
So you can see how quickly those guys can resurrect them. They're so bad. Like, insta resurrects one while damaging me. Like, the resurrectors.
Who's next?
Yeah, the resurrectors in this act are just like merciless, but we're chunking through. We got this. I should probably go to that like little corner pocket area, but so normally if you deny ranged enemies a sightline,
Let's keep moving.
they'll path to try to find a new one, and you can use that to bait them. Into your trap. But something about destructible walls causes that to like not work properly. I think it's because like enemies can effectively just see through destructible walls. They just can't like really interact with stuff on the other side of it. Look at it, he's like instantly resurrecting them, like, and through a wall as well, like absolute
Oh, sorry about that.
jerk ass enemy. Complete twat. Get out of here, you freaking grunk. But yeah, this is not too bad, like, for just damage and stuff. It's a bit, like, Cyclops does it slow. But, like, it's fine. You know, everything's fine. Better to be an endurance runner than a speed runner. Just ask the ladies. I can't take that shit seriously. Anyway. Marka. Meow. Our damage is like making me cry just a little bit.
Sorry about that.
Why you res the melee enemy behind me is such an asshole. Anyway. Yeah, we're kind of clearing this okay. As I said, it's funny, but like, like something like Cyclops vs Colossus is like, what the heck did he just say? Anyway, things the game keep distracting me. I'm trying to say something. I can't remember what it is now. Anyway. So the difference between someone like Colossus and Scott, in fact, the difference between a lot of the melee characters and non-melee characters in this game. Get that CC away from me. Goody go go!
Let's keep moving.
And we bait them masterfully. Ah, yes. That was some masterful baiting. Very satisfying. Oh, you absolute twat. Wait. How can I not hit him? Like, I can't hit him, but he can resurrect an enemy. Alright.
Nice try, punk.
That wasn't that dangerous, but it's like I had the tokens, and if he res the other one there, no. Like, that's an example of like like having to make a decision you don't want to make because of like a bullshit system. And like, I'm not molding about it or anything, but it's just like, yeah. You know, this is an old game. This was like originally on console, not PC. So I can't really complain about the fact that like the auto aim sucks. That's true of pretty much every game like this that has to be cross-compatible. And that's just the price you pay. The price you pay for playing, you know, PC games that have like been PC ports from console.
Who's next?
Bunch of jackasses. Anyway. Wait. Pardon? See that guy just Spider-Man down from the fucking ceiling? The freaking audacity of some of these guys. Anyway. I like to clear these tiles, not miss out on the EXP for the fights. Because I haven't exactly been doing a good job with like side questing and stuff like that thus far in this game.
Let's keep moving.
And as a consequence, I'm under leveled by like a good bit. But we're also making really fast progress through the act, and like sometimes it's like, like maybe if I did a bunch of grinding and got some better equipment, and like I could fix this sort of three-shot problem. I mean, we're like one decent gear piece away from being able to two-shot a lot of these basic enemies instead of having to three-shot them, but like I can win the game three-shotting them. It's just a little bit more annoying. And the point I keep starting to like threatening to make and then never making is basically that like when you play someone like Colossus, you know, a lot of the melee characters, not always melee characters, but specifically you play someone like Colossus or Juggernaut or something like that, you can just beat the tar out of bosses really quickly, really efficiently, but you can struggle a lot more against just clearing these normal ads because you don't have the range advantage. Range advantage is so strong, especially versus, let's call it, you know, basically like creature AI, creature level AI in a game. You know, it's not AI, it's just like a script, and the scripts are kind of, you know, they're not the best, basically, because not that they could ever be. I'm not like criticizing the designers or anything, but it's like, you know, obviously a human is going to really be able to easily manipulate those interactions and find ways to like get enemies hung up or kite them safely or, you know, whatever. Like you know, we all know how it works in games like this. These guys are like very slightly faster than me.
I'd need more energy for that. Let's keep moving.
And that's just my bad because I thought I'd cleared this area. Like it's gonna dump little tricks like that on you. And obviously I had cleared this area, but they spawned in on the way back to kind of give me something to think about. And it definitely did give me something to think about. Alright. Getting it cleared, getting it done. This act, like a lot of final acts in these like ARPGs, it's a little bit boring, it's a little bit samey.
Hi, what can I...
But you know, you're playing for the boss fight at this point, and the boss fight is the thing I'm the most nervous about. Just like, are we gonna straight up run out of energy kind of thing.
You won't find better prices anywhere else.
Yes, there's no way I'm gonna get a level to that. You know, level 50 is probably doable. Perfect roll. Maybe, but I mean, I can always buy that if I get to that level. No, we're only level 42. There's no way we're getting to level 50. Maybe 45. Hold on.
Hi, what can I do?
So I was going to check the danger room, but I got stuff to sell, so we'll do that first. Okay, so I can use that now. Jeez, how long has this been the case?
Any questions?
Wait, how many inhuman chains do I have? Oh, this one is goated. What the hell? But there's no way I'm gonna level up enough to use it. Oh, spell. Oh, that's an absolutely freaking goated item for a melee fighter. Like, yeesh. Alright, so we do actually have a slight gear upgrade here. that plus 10 damage reduction, really nice. Chef's kiss. Like you wouldn't want to wear an item that only had that because damage is just
Let's work together, team.
plus damage on the items in this game is the best value proposition by a huge chunk. But as a secondary affix, very nice. A little bit more of that Pepsi. Good stuff. It's funny. I know a lot of people who like, you know, they like getting past here without being able to put that flyer out. It's a little bit faff, but it's fine. I know some people like, you know, they like cola or like, you know, something like they like a particular type of soda, and you know, then they'll like only like one brand or something. I'm like, I don't know, I'll try like all brands and even like the off-brand ones, you know, and it's like, you know, if it's a bit worse, and it's usually always just a bit worse, if it is worse, but usually it's just different. Like I find that like off-brand tends to be like a little bit more like medicinal, which I kind of like sometimes, but then it's kind of nice to like have that and then go back to like the original. But that's what I'm drinking at the moment. It's just like the OG, you know, Pepsi Max. And yeah, I know some people aren't really Pepsi drinkers. It's fine. Coke is good too. Like, you know, if they're both there and I can pick, I'll probably pick Pepsi. And I think that's honestly just I prefer the colors on the bottle or something. You know, just some weird thing like that. It just like... Yeah, there should be a danger of just something in there. I'm so far past like where I should be worrying about pickups or anything, but the thing is like, if I just run to the boss, I'm going to be kind of even more underleveled than I am now. But also like, this game isn't Diablo. Like, you don't get like hard punished just for being like underleveled. In addition to like, you know, you have less stats, you have less skills, whatever. There's some mechanic in the game that just flatly makes you suffer. Just keep it nice and steady, keep it stunned, and then yeah, always want to kill them as quickly as possible. Prevent them from resurrecting the jerk-ass buddies. I felt like that might trigger some kind of trap, so it's nice to have a trap behind you to run back to, rather than like have to set it while running. Don't run into my trap, you jerk. Like, I have to 3-shot you, it takes so much energy. Why does it have to be like this between us? We could have had something like decent. Something we would have been like proud to tell our friends about someday. Maybe even bragged about it a little bit, you know? Just like, for once in your life, like, you know, you got something good and you kind of just want to like let people know a bit.
Oh, sorry about that.
But no, he had to fuck it up, had to ruin everything. Oh, Karikaka! Don't destroy my trap, you absolute assholes. These guys suck at destroying the trap, which is kind of good because I'm just flailing about this morning. But I knew I could do this like early in the morning, and you know, just kind of like thunk my way through most of it. Like I said, this act is not that stressful, especially Act 4 is so freaking dangerous. Act 3 and Act 4 are the worst, at least from a solo perspective, because Act 3 you've got the core, the whole core is bad. Like the enemies are bad, they can just kill you.
This one's out.
The boss is bad, he can just kill you. Oh, Karikaka! Uh-huh. Yeah, we should go through there, but in a moment. First, I have to get this thingy. Thank you. And I think there's something down here. It could be my scuffed ancient memory playing tricks on me. Exactly what it was. Alright. The only thing down there is ghosts of my boss. Lost in this thing. But yes, as I was saying, someone like Colossus is going to be really good at killing bosses and have a bit of trouble, have potentially more trouble killing mobs, because positioning as a melee character is just way freaking harder. That's just the truth of it. Like when you have to run face first into your problems, yeah, it gets tricky. And things like mobility skills can like ameliorate that. That's one of the reasons why like the playstyle of Colossus where using the charge is 100% just like chef's kiss to me. It's the best. Like abilities like that charge are what makes melee fun. And if you compare it to something like Diablo 2, where I always complain about the experience of playing a melee character in that game, not just because so much shit is stacked against you, because like even if you have like god tier equipment and you can just stomp the game, like just being this like mass of hit points that has to run face first into everything and then just be like and like often just literally like one attack hits one enemy out of like 7 or 8 or something that are all like wailing on you, and it's like, yeah, you can take that damage because you've got all this like amazing gear, you've got fade proc, you're like in like your end game freaking Uber setup, it doesn't matter, like, yeah, okay, but like you're still going like and like just slowly chopping your way through this like it's like even just talking about it is like makes me sad. And like a lot of them just don't even have the single target damage to validate that. Like, there are some characters in this game that like have really bad AoE damage, and like most of the value in their kit is in their single target damage. And when I say that like single target damage needs to be fucking busted, like this game actually gets it right. When you have enemies that do like absolutely busted single target damage, like Bishop or something, like you're talking about like literally like one or two shotting like act bosses and one shotting basically everything in the game. And I'm like, yeah, well, like if you have to run up to an enemy and like punch them, and your ability is like a punch that hits one enemy, yeah, shit, yes, it should be like literally one shotting everything. Like, and if that makes the game a bit silly, I don't know. I know devs don't like having their bosses one-shotted, but it's just like, bro, get used to it. Like, I'm sorry. So, if you do play this game, beware of that. It doesn't really give you a waypoint for that. Alright, I've gone the wrong way, as I often do. And poor old Cyclops doesn't have any kind of like mobility, so... We're gonna come all the way back here. Slowly, slowly, slowly walking. Yeah, so like, yeah, someone like Colossus is really good against... No, I've made that point. So I tried to make that point like 7 times. I've walked past it like 4 times. And now I've made it like 3 times, and I keep thinking I need to make it again, and I don't.
Oh, sorry about that.
But the follow-up from that was that Scott is kind of the opposite. Like, as long as you're not like, you know, running off like ski masks and you have some idea of like when to run away, he has a pretty easy time against the general ads. And things get way more stressy for him in boss fights because he has no, like... no easy damage mitigation. And... you know, his damage is like... it's not the worst, but it's somewhat limited. Like... I'm kind of planning on trying to solo every character in this game at some point. And I can tell you 100%, the one I'm looking forward to the least is Scarlet Witch. Like, I don't think I'll succeed at it. You can, but there's going to be a certain amount of RNG in that. Of, like, getting lucky with like relatively easy tiles.
Marca.
Marca. Recolo. We've aligned the Duva and the Temple of Uvalaka.
Who's next?
And now we have to fight the Doovies to get out. The Duva and Doovies are like the same thing, by the way. It's just like, you know, pick your poison, whichever you prefer. Why do the bugs run? Why are you running? I'm so close to a level, I want the freaking EXP. But yeah, that thing, there's no waypoint or anything on it. And yeah, it's... if you don't kind of notice it there, walk into it, see the little button pop-up thing come up.
Oh, sorry about that.
You can kind of just wander around here like, wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Where am I supposed to be going? Like... I don't like letting bugs in this game get close to you because Actually, hold on. What I can do here is I can just blink portal back and then teleport to the seal. That'll make my life
Hi, what can I do for
easy. Really, 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 really chunking
Sorry,
through
no credit.
those pots. That's such a go-to piece of item. Piece of equipment. Piece of item. It's such a goated piece of item, man. Like, come on. But yes, definitely a goated piece of item. Wait. My whole stupid plan was to not have to do this. Go this way. Not have to walk all the freaking way back. I was gonna, like, you know, use the waypoint to just waypoint back to the Great Seal thing. Anyway.
Oh, sorry about that.
Huh, sorry, I talk to them, Scott. Tell them about it. Run that mouth. Yeah, these guys are dicks and I'm just gonna leave. Because they're dicks.
You're not doing so well.
They shall suffer the fate of all dicks. Which is to be, you know, killed by like red energy beams emitting from the eyes of Cyclops. It's not actually what happens. Anyway. Yeah, see, I could have just gone straight to the waypoint, but I'm a goofball. I can make bad decisions all the time. Anyway, we got to put some things on a thing. And that's done. Very challenging gameplay. And then we move into the final section. And I am a little bit concerned about these boss fights. Just a little bit.
I am definitely stronger.
Well, at least I get a level first. That's always nice. And yeah, might as well pump our primary damage ability. It probably would have fixed that really terrible like 3-shot breakpoint. So, oh, qualifying exam? That's kind of tempting to just like nip back and do. Just a cheeky. Yeah, let's. Because we got this cheeky little waypoint here, and we got like a cheeky little danger room back in the teleport chamber. And you know, we might as well grab the Duva and you know pop off like it's Bushweek. Anyway, so what is this one? Oh, Strife. Okay, I don't think I ever even did this one as Colossus because at this point in the game, like we were just kind of running through it. Or was it? This could actually be a little bit of a problem for Scott because you have to destroy all the freaking brains.
Cyclops. Remember the plan, people.
Remember the plan, people.
The training course has loaded. You may commence.
And the ragdolls can waste a lot of time. Not really that threatening damage-wise.
All the brains yet. So long as a single brain remains. Cannot win. You haven't gotten all the brains yet.
that's so annoying. Oh my god, let me shoot the fucking can on the wall. Auto-targeting, man. Auto-targeting.
You will be the reveal of the future.
Nah, we're gonna do this. It's gonna be fine. Pew pew. It's kind of convenient for me, because I prefer to be a bit further away. Thank you, Strive. Dickhead.
The qualifying exam has been completed.
On
Grade
your bike, son.
passed.
Back to the fucking
Congratulations.
pavilion. So now this unlocks Legend Grade, which is literally just free talent point, free talent point, free talent point, free talent point. But these guys are really, really freaking tanky. And I don't know that I have, like, the discipline for it to do it as Scott. The other thing is, like, without levels, there's nothing I can put those talent points in that's really gonna, like... I mean, yeah, more energy regen, but that's just a time issue, you know? It's not gonna make that, like... I don't think it's gonna save us that many pots. Putting, like, an extra 4 points in there. Anyway. That's my decision. I believe that this is about realistically as strong as we're going to be for the final boss fight. Shy of either getting to level 45 to put new equipment on, which we don't have anyway, or you know, just getting more and more levels to actually like allow us to put these abilities up more. But like skill points without levels at this point, not that high value. Now, something I could do is jump down there to farm the last of these, but I don't think they're going to be particularly valuable against the boss in this area, the Living Monolith. He's mostly just tanky. Like, absurdly tanky.
Who would dare to awaken the living monolith? Your life is now forfeit. So Apocalypse was right. You puny beings have come to me. This pleases me greatly. But what you want is no longer of consequence. Don't do that! I need the sunlight!
But yeah, as you can see, he's
I need more
a bit
energy for
tanky.
that.
But not particularly correct.
Yes, I have become invincible again! Don't do that!
When he can be a little bit
I need
dangerous
the sunlight!
is if you let him get close.
I don't have enough power to do that.
So I don't want to have to like run out of energy and melee this guy, but we should be able to get 27 energy bucks.
I am once again invincible!
System.
I need the sun's energy!
You know when like a spider or something just like comes at you and it moves like way faster than you think it should be able to move? Like, this is kind of what this guy's like. I'm not a fan of it.
Ah, yes. I am once again invincible. Don't do that. I need the sunlight.
Don't hide behind the freaking colony gun.
I don't have enough power to do that.
Ah, yes. I am once again invincible. No, now I am vulnerable.
Oh, he's such a sponge. Die, sponge, die. I don't think the trap's gonna do much because it won't succeed. But maybe if he just stands in it for a
Very good. Now I cannot be hurt. I need the sun's energy.
Oh, it takes a while. It takes a while.
Much better. I can no longer be hurt. I need the sun's energy.
Barely even worth using something like that sliver. Okay, the energy situation is actually getting a smidge low.
Very good. Now I cannot be hurt.
There were concerns about this coming into this. But that's fine, that's what this guy does. He's big, he's spongy, he's super tanky.
I don't have enough power to do that.
We got 8 more pots. And if it really gets down to the wire like that, I can throw those 4 extremes at him. If I have to, I can go somewhere else and farm extremes for the boss fight.
Much better. I can no longer be hurt. I need the sun's energy.
Oh, it's so close, it's so close, it's so close. Alright.
I'd need more energy for that.
Energy, please, come on. He's pressing it.
The battle is yours.
Look at that. And he was a polite guy. He like just dropped enough energy for us to not have to like blink portal back right away. We can continue like going through here, get to the last waypoint. Then we'll check the energy situation.
Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry about that. You talk with god, you tell him about it. Run your mouth. Oh, these like 3-shot, 2-shot breakpoints. It's actually, it's kind of far enough away now that like it's not the saddest thing anymore. Like, we've been at points where literally, like, you know, the same level of enhanced damage gear that we have, but just like a slightly better roll could have made the difference on the breakpoint. You know, like if we had an item that gave us 17 damage instead of 15, and that probably would have allowed us to hit the 2-shot breakpoint. I don't think we're that close on a lot of these. Yeah, we kind of just pound our way through at this point, because these beetles are non-threatening, and could save energy by killing them with the traps, but... Alright. I don't mind, I'm gonna have to go back for energy anyway, so... Yeah, I don't know why this is, like, even here. Why not just have it there? It's so obvious. I'll take it. There is another shitty beetle there. This is being a shitty beetle.
This one's out.
And here we are. The final boss fight. The ultimate challenge. It's not going to be an ultimate challenge. But we could die. And that would suck. If I die here, we just say that was
Hi,
the run.
what can I do?
That, you know, look how far we got. Because I'm not starting again. Quest 1, Act 1.
There's a lot to choose from, huh?
And I'm not looking to save after I die. Because it's not how I play this game. Yeah, there's nothing to buy. Maybe... No. I can't even see how I could, like, squeeze a little bit of value out of my skill points
Hi,
or something.
what can I do for you?
And we can't afford to buy a level. You know, I could do the Legend Grade Danger Room missions, but they're not going to get us anything that's going to really help in this fight, so let's just get in there. I've got all my extremes. Damage is a worry, but it is what it is. Like, if you understand how to take this fight, it shouldn't be too bad, because you kind of speedrun a good chunk of it. So here, it's really easy. Oh my gosh.
Catch me if you can.
Not him, like, stealing my freaking abilities and actually, like, wrecking me with them.
I'm over here.
Yeah, so I always want to have some, like, cover between us, because he changes into me, because those optic blasts hurt. But it's a bit tricky when he can teleport.
What's the matter? Can't you keep up?
I don't have enough power to do that. I'd need more energy for that.
So actually kind of an easier stage of the fight now. At this point, we just avoid him.
I forbid you to use that machine.
And then we use this speed charge to just kind of like book it. Oh, Krikka.
Sorry about that.
And yeah, we do actually want to kill these guys, because we get these little orbs.
You'll
And,
never get through here.
we can just kind of kill this guy with the stolen powers from the machine. That's like the whole plot of this boss fight, by the way. He's made this like machine that gives him like Emma Frost and Sabretooth.
I'll
and
make certain the
someone
generator
else.
does
Polaris, that's right. So the machine gives him all their powers, and they're like super amped up. So we have like a energy blast, and we have this like, magnetic blast, which is very good. But the energy blast, the Emma Frost energy blast, is really good for just like chunking down Apocalypse when he's guarding these things.
There's more than one generator powering the device.
And the charge is just really good for like smashing through here and getting into things and killing any guys in your way. So we just completely ignore Apocalypse here. We just kite around him and grab another charge.
Don't use my machine.
Don't use my machine. Tell me what to do.
Who's next?
Some orbs. Orb me. Good lad.
You'll never get through.
And yeah, if you don't go near this guy, he can't really do much when he's in big mode. He just kind of chomps and bonks, whacks the ground. Now my main concern here is we're coming into the last stage of this fight.
Fortunately, I don't need the device to crush you
You
into
get your
the
classic
dust.
boss rush where he brings back all the other act bosses, and if you kill him without killing them, he basically just comes back alive in like their body. Oh my god, this camera, what? Like, the game is like actively trying to kill me with the fucking camera.
Who's next?
Alright, this is actually pretty good, like just kind of luring these two into this like darkened nook where we can sort of like have our way with them, isolate some fights. Now, as always, the trick with positioning is isolating fights. So that's 2 horsemen down. We still got 3 extreme tokens. Apocalypse is very freaking healthy, but that's fine. It's actually the 2 tankier horsemen that are still around.
Your death is inevitable.
Ah, there's Mikhail. Ah, you can hoof it. Yeah, this is what we want. We want Mikhail in front. I wanted to try and get them all wind up here, but that's maybe a little bit too much to hope for. Although I say that, and they all line up. was about as well as I could hope to have used my ults in this fight. Now it's just Holocaust and Apocalypse, actually fitting since Holocaust was kind of his number one. And it's a bit frustrating because Holocaust is so slow.
This
So like
one's out.
separating him and alright, now it's just free. Yeah, we just let him run at us, let him try to use an ability, and then we just shoot him after he uses it. This guy can kill you, like he can do a lot of freaking damage, and he can CC you, so we just want to play him safe. Yeah, whenever you hear that, like, just take a shot, do some damage.
I need more energy for that.
Go on, do it again. Auto targeting, please. The final boss of the game is right in front of me, but I'm shooting a staircase. Anyway, that was that. But a smooth run. Don't crash my game, please, cutscene. Not that it matters at this point. I mean, I suppose if we do if I do a hard/nightmare playthrough. Yeah. You cannot crash my game. Not at this point. I've earned this. And there we go. Now we just kind of swag walk off into the sunset. And have a good life, I guess. We got one more level. Which, you know, we'll worry about all that stuff if I do decide to do a playthrough on the second difficulty with Scott. For now, we're just going to save this and, yeah, just save it here. Da-da-da-dum. So thanks to anyone who watched. It's been a ride, but it's also been a very, very smooth run. And yeah, as I say, I want to do this with every character in this game eventually, but some of them are going to be samey. Like if I do Toad, Toad is going to feel very much the same as Cyclops, for example. Rogue will feel very similar to Colossus. You know, things like that. Pardon me, but there are definitely some cool characters to try, and you know, I'll think about who we're gonna do next. Maybe Juggernaut. I don't know. I want to do someone who's not gonna be too easy, because like Rogue is too easy. She has an invincibility button. Sunfire, Pyro, again, too easy. They have invincibility buttons. They have so much damage. Pardon me, yawning again. Can't stop for some reason. Gonna wrap this up here. Thanks to anyone who checked in or tuned in and checked it out. Stay tuned. We will be producing more X-Men Legends 2 solo content.